The Rick Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rick Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rick also offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rick Sports Grill at 301. Rick also offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rick Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Evelyn. Check them out today. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall in Virginia, Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin and home decor along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at ironrange.shop, and good luck to all the players. Minnesota Twist Drill is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey and wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. For all your heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration needs in the Grand Rapids area, call Tony from Anthony's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration at 218-256-1092 or find them on Facebook at Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, LLC. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cottonwood screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbenvironmental.com. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake. Located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnebagosh, Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to International Falls, the historic Bronco Arena for Bantam A Hockey this morning. Hibbing, Chisholm, and International Falls in our morning game of our triple header coverage here on Up North Hockey this Sunday for youth hockey today. Joining me today for this morning's game at Bronco Arena is senior goaltender of the International Falls Broncos, Mitchell Nemec. Mitchell, you guys got a 4-1 win yesterday with the varsity team over the Lake of the Woods.
Yes, we did.
So an exciting game there. You got a win, and you built some confidence as you close out on your regular season here.
For sure. It's definitely good to get some confidence going into these games coming up, especially at the end of the season. That's what we needed.
So this is my first game doing youth hockey this year for either team, Hibbing, Chisholm, or International Falls. So bear with me with that. We appreciate you joining our broadcast this morning from International Falls. We want to thank our sponsors for the 2021 hockey season, G&B Environmental, Minnesota Twist Drill, Winnie Trading Post, Iron Range Apparel, Anthony Seating, AC and Refrigeration, and the Rink Sports Grill. Just about ready to get underway here between the Broncos and the Blue Jackets. And the Broncos and Blue Jackets are underway. Back in the Blue Jackets zone is Tate Murden. Coming across at center ice, moving it in, is Christian Edmonds moving it behind the net. Edmonds is going to swing it back to Geetson back on the point. Shot just over the top of the net. Back behind the net is Brody Carlson. Now picked up by Cooper Crandall. Moving up the boards, coming out through center ice. Dumped back in by the Blue Jackets, Christian Dixon. Now Tucker Lusick sent out by Brody Carlson. We get a whistle, stoppage of play here with 14:09 left here in our first period, just underway. Broncos and Blue Jackets. Mitchell, this is the first time for you seeing the Broncos Bantam A team, obviously with the COVID restrictions and everything going on.
Yes, it is. Good to be back out here watching some hockey. Somebody commented, "Where's the sound?" on YouTube.
All right, testing. Just want to check our mics to make sure they're working. Yep, and we got sound. We had a comment coming in that there was no sound. But we do have sound on. So if you, hopefully they'll have to turn up their volume on their television or their streaming device that they're using. So in front of the net, just sent I don't know if it got through in that chance there for the Blue Jackets in front. And sent out by Aiden McFarland's going to send it the length of the ice for an icing with 12:44 to go here in our first period of play. Blue Jackets will send it back behind the net. In there to play it is Campsala and also Jack Gabarty in there for the Blue Jackets. Held in by the Blue Jackets, knocked back in by Campsala behind the net. Now it's picked up by Carlson for the Broncos. And fight forward between Gabarty. Gabarty comes away with it. Gabarty going to the front of the net from Jace Campsala, just missed the net. And now coming out with it for the Broncos is Caden Corpy bringing back in and taken away by the Blue Jackets, Kyan Sparks behind the net. Now chance out front for the Broncos, just missed as the Blue Jackets able to get it out here and bring it out to center ice. Move back in is Noah Shikowski for the Broncos. He sends it back in. And shot wide of the net from Parker Olson. Now Parker Olson behind the net along with Kyan Sparks. Fight for it. Loose puck comes out. Blue Jackets will bring it out with Christian Dixon. Dixon moving in. Dixon gets around the D. Nice defensive play by Cooper Jensen on that play. Now sent back in by the Blue Jackets. Tate Murden from the point. Sends it behind the net. Picked up by Rotzi. Rotzi swings it back to Gietzen over on the other side. Gietzen's shot goes wide of the net. I don't have a number 2 on my roster. Yes, I'm sorry, I do. Christian Dixon. Dixon is number 2. I'm trying to catch up with some of these numbers here. Sent behind the net by the Broncos. And moved out by Parker Olson. Fired back in by the Blue Jackets. 10:35 left here in our first period of play. No score between the Broncos and Blue Jackets. I mean, technically, International Falls is not the Broncos for Bantams, but I'm calling them the Broncos because they're part of the Bronco program, right?
For sure.
I mean, they are. I mean, so the Blue Jackets. Dixon moves it back in. Shot sent in by Campsala. He went wide of the net. Keatson will hold it on over the other side to Gabarty. Back to the point. Shot by McHugh. And that hit the pipe. McHugh's another shot drive from the point. And now it is brought out by the Broncos to center. Logan Pierre sends it back into the Blue Jackets' end. Keatson's going to be there to pick it up. And it comes out to center with Gabarty bringing it back in for the Blue Jackets. Gabarty's shot off the blocker of the Broncos goaltender Keaton Maish. And goal today for the Broncos. And Geetson shot wide of the net. It is Edmonds sending it towards the front of the net. Didn't get through. Back in the corner is Rotzi. Broncos trying to move it out here with Logan Pierre and held in by the Blue Jackets. Moving in is Edmonds, and the net is off. And our referee will get the net back on. That's always a frustrating thing, probably for a goalie when the net comes off, right?
It depends. Depends what happens. If it comes off in a high-intensity play and you're ready to go and the ref blows the whistle, kind of frustrates you because you want to be able to take that shot. You're ready to go, but sometimes if you need a break and the net comes off, you can't really complain.
Right, exactly.
But you don't
Or
want
you
to intentionally push it off, obviously.
Or you just kind of push it off with your leg maybe once in a while to sneak a couple times in there.
I don't like to do that personally. It only causes problems. But
yeah.
But if you need to, I suppose you could do it. Might result in a penalty, delay a game.
Right. All right, it is out at center ice. Blue Jackets, Rotzi moves it back over to Dixon. Dixon bringing it back in for the Blue Jackets. Dixon trying to go across ice over to Rotzi. And Burden back on the point, or Edmonds back on the point. And dumped out and out of play. Of course, wherever you're watching from today, we want to hear from you. Please send in that in comments, and we'll try to give you a shout-out during our broadcast. I know Rob Spuller is watching from Hibbing, so we appreciate you being on our broadcast this morning. And Tracy Carlson says, wishing she could be there as a spectator, and she says, go Broncos. So, please message in where you're watching from, and we'll give you a shout-out if we can during our broadcast. Sent back wide of the net by Parker Olson. And dump back out. Gabarty bringing it back in for the Blue Jackets. Gabarty sending it towards the net and blocked down by Noah Shikowski. Now back behind the net is picked up by Noah Shikowski. Shikowski works it over to Parker Olson. Olson trying to get it back over to Shikowski. And Blue Jackets will try to come out with it with Dylan Horvath. Over in the corner, held in by Cooper Crandall. And that's going to come all the way out. Of course, Parker Olson of the Broncos is the son of Barrett Olson. And Barrett was on the 1995 International Falls State Tournament team. The last time the Broncos won the state tournament, that was a Class A title. We'll talk about some Bronco hockey history today as well, since we are in the historic Bronco Arena, right?
Yes.
I mean,
this arena, the only thing that's really changed since it was built is the boxes, and that was just a few years ago.
Right,
we used to have them on each side of the rink, but then when they were redoing the pipes and stuff, they had to meet regulations and put them both on the same side.
Yeah, the boxes are new, and the penalty box areas, penalty box area is still essentially the same, but it was redone. And also on the far end of the arena, if you could just pan down there real quick, at the far end of the arena, they used to have a set of yellow bleachers where the students used to sit. And that was back in the, always full back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and into the early 90s when they had that section of bleachers on the rink as well. So the students used to wear hard helmets to the Bronco games back then. It was kind of a tradition. So as back to play here, out to center ice, brought back in by the Blue Jackets. Rotzi and his shot right on goal, and a big save for Keaton Maish of the Broncos. Yeah, good save there by Keaton, right? Of course, International Falls 7 state titles overall. 6 under legendary head coach Larry Ross. His last championship for the Broncos was 1972. And his last trip to the state tournament as head coach was 1983 when they pulled a dramatic upset in the quarterfinals over these Hibbing Blue Jackets. 1983. A lot of people remember that game. And it's held in by Geetson, trying to hold it in. Broncos will bring it out with Jackson Reiners. And Geetson back in his own end of the ice with 6 minutes to go here in our first period of play. We got a good one. 0-0 between the Broncos and Blue Jackets. Moving out is Gabarty. Gabarty brings it across the blue line. Knocks it back in. Broncos will send it around with Easton Harla sending it around the boards. And this is Murden back over on the other side. Murden shot right on. And another save by Keaton Mish. Of course, as a goaltender, you like to see those shots coming in from the point. Usually save those 9 out of 10 times or 10 out of 10 times, right?
Correct. It's always good to get some eyes on the puck.
The screens, those are the tough ones.
Yeah, those will get you.
Rob Spoler brought up a very interesting comment. We'll talk about that here on our next commercial break, or our next break here. Dixon works to the front of the net as the net comes off, but Rob Spoler brought up the International Falls Dirty Dozen, the pep band for the Broncos. The Dirty Dozen was 12 kids, 12 guys, 12 boys. They're all in the Dirty Dozen. It was designed as a hockey band. That was their main priority, was to play at all Bronco home games. And they played at basketball games as well, but whenever they had a hockey game in town, it was hockey night, hockey night, hockey night. That's where the band was. And of course, the International Falls Dirty Dozen always stayed for the whole entire game. And at the end of the game, they played their traditional song, Diana, at the end of the game, which was always it was just a special moment, to see, no matter win, lose, draw, they always played the Diana at the end of the game, and that was awesome. And they do come back once a year. They have an alumni pep band, Dirty Dozen, that comes back and plays at your games. I know they played at your game against Fort Francis last year.
Yes, they did.
So that's special that those guys that are in that band come back each year to form that alumni band. So sent back in by the Broncos, moved back in by Kyans. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 13. Noah Shikowski. And we get a whistle stoppage of play, interference being called by the referee, and I think that's kind of a weak call, isn't it, Mitchell?
I don't know. I didn't really see it too clearly to say if it was clean or not. But
No, I'm only kidding. I want to be very clear to everybody that's listening to the game. I'm only kidding about the call. I'm just giving the referee a hard time because the referee is my cousin, Travis Blaze. So, just to let viewers at home know that I'm only kidding. I usually don't say anything about the referee's calls during the broadcast, and I just want to be very clear with that. But just having a little fun with my cousin, I got to give him a little hard time here. Travis Blaze, of course, is the nephew of longtime North Dakota head coach and had a very strong coaching resume, Dean Blaze. Won 2 national titles at North Dakota and also a United States Olympic team coach and coach in the NHL for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Won a junior hockey title for the USA junior team. So a strong coaching legend resume for Dean Blaze. Sent in by Gabardi here. Over on the other side, trying to get in there to make a play is Tyler Rotzi. And sent back in by Geetson. Shot goal! Geetson puts it upper shelf. And the Blue Jackets are on the board for the first time today. That was quite a shot there, Mitchell.
yeah, tucked it right over the shoulder.
So that goal coming with 3:32 to go here in our first period of play. And we'll have to see who the assist on that goal. If there was an assist there, I think there probably was at least one assist there for the Blue Jackets. So Seth Geetson comes out with it. Moving out is Tate Murden. And that was an unassisted goal, so no assist on that one. As Geetson puts the Blue Jackets ahead 1-0 here in our game. And shot sent in by Noah Shakowski on the Blue Jackets goalie. That's Tim Erdahl is the Blue Jackets goalie here. And this is a Bantam A Hockey game, just to let Victoria know that. We are not doing JV today. Sent in and a shot saved by Keegan Maish. So do you get a chance to work with any of the youth goalies at all, Mitchell, or no?
So one thing that I do is, I'm sure you're familiar with Derek Peterson of Iron Range Goalie Academy.
Yes.
I have worked with him throughout my, throughout my childhood playing goalie. And whenever he comes up for the falls camps, I go and help him out. So I get to work with him then, but it is led by Derek Peterson.
Yeah, and Derek Peterson and Iron Range Goalie Academy, they've sponsored some of our games this year as well. So we appreciate their sponsorship when they can sponsor. And Derek's a great guy and runs a great camp over in Coleraine. Shot gets blocked down. That was Kabina McHugh with the shot on net. I know how to say that name. I just can't talk today. Sent back in by the Blue Jackets. Jace Campsela sent back as the Broncos will move it back out to center ice. And moving through is Caden Corpy. Corpy dumps it back in the Broncos' end, or the Blue Jackets' end, and is picked up by Kyan Sparks. Now sent over on the other side by Tate Murden. Murden and Dixon back in there as the Broncos trying to get something going here late in this first period. A minute 26 to go. Blue Jackets 1-0. And it comes out to center ice, fired across the ice. And moved out by the Broncos' Caden Rosti. Back to get it is Christian Edmonds of the Blue Jackets. Edmonds will set it up here with a minute to go here in our first period of play. Edmonds brings it back in. He's going to carry it all the way around. He'll try to get her on the D. Shot on. And another big save by Keaton May. She's made some nice saves here in this first period,
Yes,
Mitchell.
He has. He's definitely doing his job.
And this is a shot fired on by Dawson Peterson back on the point. Peterson is going to pick this up here again. Peterson gets it over to Edmonds, back over to Peterson. Peterson backhands it in. Dixon in front of the net. It gets blocked down. Nice defense in front by Aiden McFarland. Broncos will come out with it now. Here's a little bit of rush for the Broncos. Parker Olson, but it's picked up by Edmonds. Edmonds with it. And now over on the other side, held in by the Broncos. Hasbargen dumps it in. Got 10 seconds to go here in our first period of play. Gabardi picks it up, and he'll bring it across the red line and dump it back into the Broncos' end. That'll do it for our first period of play. So just a quick shout out to Daryl and Deanne Brecky. They are watching their grandson's game from Rock Island, Illinois. So that's that's a nice thing about YouTube, Mitchell, is wherever you have a streaming device, if it's in the U.S. or across the globe, get a streaming device and hook up to YouTube. You can watch the games.
For sure, makes it available for all the grandparents or parents or even just family friends. Pretty nice.
A lot of times we have people watching from all over. I mean, Florida, today Illinois, but I mean Florida, Arizona, North Carolina. I mean Maryland. We've had people watching from all over the country during our games this year as well. International Falls, the Broncos, 19 state tournament appearances, Again, I said 6 under legendary head coach Larry Ross. Their last championship under the legendary coach Larry Ross was 1972. Last trip there under Coach Ross was 1983. Larry Ross was known as Pops around high school hockey, around International Falls, and around the state of Minnesota as well, as he always dressed up for each game, and he wore that traditional old top hat or dress hat that's proudly displayed in the display case up here in Bronco Arena.
Yep, upstairs.
And there's a nice tribute to Coach Larry Ross in that tonight. I posted it on Facebook and Instagram in the past. Last year when I was here for a game, always special to come to this arena. The Broncos did get 3 more tournament appearances under head coach Kevin Gordon. Of course, 1995, the International Falls Broncos were the Class A state champion. That was their 7th overall title. And then they had an appearance in 2000, 3rd place back in 2000, 2002. They were state tournament participants. And, of course, on that 1995 team, we have some of those players in the audience today, or in the arena today. Todd Sether was the goaltender of the Broncos in 1995. He's the head coach of the Bantam A team. Derek Bilbin is running the clock today. He was on that 1995 championship team. And also Barrett Olson is got a son playing today, so he's in the crowd watching the game. So 3 players from that team are in the building today. And we appreciate the history and the excitement those kids gave us back in 1995. As a shot gets sent in wide of that by Tyler Rotzi. And over on the other side behind the net, or along the boards, trying to hold it in was Edmonds. Puck is going to come out as Geetson's going to pick it up. And Geetson sending it up along the boards, trying to move it back in with Christian Dixon. And the Broncos moving in with a chance out front. Right out front were Cooper Crandall. And he just about had a great golden scoring opportunity behind the net. Now is Noah Shakowski. Shakowski along with Crandall. Back to Shakowski. Blue Jackets will try to move it out here. It'll come out to center ice as Christian Dixon will pick it up. Dixon will try to make a move in, and great job by the Broncos' Caden Rosti. On the defense, coming around the boards is Dixon. Dixon's shot gets blocked down. Back in the corner as the Broncos pick it up with and sent out by Parker Olson on the icing. So, I mean, for you as a player to be able to play in this building, it's got to be a pretty special feeling.
It sure is. I mean, you think of all the people who have played here in the past who have had all these historic experiences, and they always talk about how special it is to be a Bronco, and especially to be playing in Bronco Arena. It's definitely a special experience.
And fired on by the Blue Jackets. That was Gabardi firing that shot on. And now it comes out to center ice and going to be backhanded backhand by Blade and Kabina McHugh. And now back into the Blue Jackets' end. It is picked up by Peterson. Peterson trying to move it ahead on the boards to Reese Fisher. Now behind the net, picking it up is Jacob Olson. And dumped back in by the Broncos, holding it in here with 12:36 to go here in our second period of play. Blue Jackets with a 1-0 lead on the Logan Geetson goal back in the first period. Broncos won the state tournaments 1957, 62, 64, 65, 66, and 72. 64 to 65, 66, they won 3 state tournaments in a row. In those 3 years of winning 3 straight titles. They had a 55 game unbeaten streak. And in the goal for all 55 games, Mitchell, was Ron Beck, right? All 55 games. I mean, imagine playing in that streak, winning 3 state titles, and playing goaltender in every single game.
Be incredible.
I mean, as a goaltender, you can relate to that. I mean, to play in all those games, right?
For sure. That'd be a blast. I mean, obviously he knew what he was doing, too.
Right, yeah. And it is sent across. Tate Burton Christian Edmonds trying to move it back in for the Blue Jackets here. He has it back at and brings it back across the blue line. Murden's shot just over the top of the net. Broncos will try to get it out with Caden Rosti back there. And Broncos will dump it back out, and this is going to be an icing with 11:25 to go here in our second period of play. Just a couple other shout-outs I want to get in here. Eric and Kathy Peterson watching from Woodbury, Minnesota. John and Jan Peterson watching from Humboldt, Iowa, watching their grandson, Dawson Peterson. We appreciate the shout-out, Kathy. And John Lane sends in a message, 1985 Hibbing alum. Love watching the games you guys have. He's watching from Port St. Lucie, Florida. Says keep up the good job, great job, and thank you. So thanks for those shout-outs. Thanks for that shout-out, Kathy and John as well. And a shot on goal, and that finds the back of the net. I believe Logan Geetson's going to get this one again for the Blue Jackets. So that goal coming at 3:54. I didn't see the goal because I was reading off the shoutouts here. But what happened with that goal there, Mitchell?
What I think happened is there's a little traffic in front of the net, slipped through Keaton's 5-hole. I guess that's really all there is to say.
So Logan Geetson's got 2 unassisted goals for the Blue Jackets here, and they lead 2-0 here with 10:48 to go here in the second period of play. Sent back out into the Broncos' end. And there's a loose puck behind the net and whistle. Stoppage of play. Face-off will come in the left side of goaltender Keaton Maish. Who do you guys have next on your schedule?
We have Eveleth next on Tuesday.
Okay, so that's a game here, and that's going to be a big game for you guys.
Sure will be. Hoping to get some revenge.
Yeah, after you guys get beat earlier in the season by them, but looking to turn the tables on them here in a big late season Iron Range Conference hockey game. Back in the corner as trying to move it out with Cooper Crandall. Now it comes out to center ice. Blue Jackets will turn it back the other way. Jace Capsula sends it back in for the Blue Jackets. Gabardi over on the corner. And now it's held in by the Blue Jackets. Capsula sends it back into the corner. Now comes out to center ice as Edmonds backhands it out. And now it's picked up by Cooper Crandall. Chance out front. Cleared away by the front of the net by Gabardi. And now it is at center ice, moving back in is Capsula. He'll cross the blue line. Capsula shot on blocker save. Goes in the corner off of Keaton Maish. And now the Blue Jackets, Dawson Peterson. Peterson gets it to Dixon. Dixon trying to make a move. And nice defense on the play by C.J. Hasbargen. Back on, Edmonds goes across ice over to Peterson. Peterson dumps it back in the corner for the Blue Jackets. 9:07 to go here in our second period of play. Blue Jackets 2, Broncos 0. And dumped out and back into the Blue Jackets. And Edmonds picking it up. Edmonds trying to get long pass for Dixon, too far there. Steve sends in a message he's watching from Kidsville. So I know where that is, real close to Hibbing. The other night, somebody sent a message in. They were watching from Saginaw, and I said, oh, they're watching from Michigan. No, it was Saginaw, Minnesota. So a shot goes wide of the net from Kyan Sparks. Held in, and back in the zone by Rotzi behind the net. Now picking it up is Murden. Murden goes back to Sparks, and his shot goes wide of the net. Now it's picked up by Rotzi. Back to Geetson over on the other side. Geetson looking for a hat trick here in this game. Geetson. Shot goes behind the net, picked up by Dixon. Dixon keeps it in here for the Blue Jackets. He'll go back to the point, back over to Sparks. Sparks sends a shot. Goes behind the net, is picked up by Rotzi. Rotzi is going to send it back to Geetson, and his shot goes wide of the net. Shot over on the other side, Dixon picking it up here. Geetson out front, and just over the top of the net into the netting here.
That's some power on that shot.
Yeah, that was a shot that had a lot of power behind it. Somebody asked about district tournaments. We, at this point, we do not know about district tournaments. We are certainly looking into that, but we don't have anything confirmed yet. So something that we may certainly be looking into. So stay tuned for our 3 social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If we do have anything announced for that, we will have that on our site, those sites, and also we will have it on our website too as well, our brand new upnorthhockey.com website, and I'll talk about that in the next break here or two. This is Murden back or Edmonds. Not sure why I can't get this number 10 right. I've called him Murden more than a couple times today, and that is Murden. Murden is 12. He backhands it back into the Blue Jackets zone, and now coming out with his Logan Pierre. His shot goes wide of the net. Now picked up by the Blue Jackets. McHugh behind the net, and it comes out to center ice. Moved back in by Kampsala. Kampsala's shot goes wide of the net. Got 6:28 to go here in our second period of play. Blue Jackets lead 2-0 on 2 goals from Logan Geetson. And this goes up and stays in play as Dawson Peterson will go cross ice over to Geetson. And now moving it in is Cooper Crandall. Crandall trying to make a play here. Down in there, and Murden behind the net. Murden trying to go over to the other side. Held in by the Broncos. McFarland shot on, and a save by Timothy Erdahl. Debbie Bruns sending a message in from Surprise, Arizona. Good hit, go Hibbing. And Jace Kampsala's grandparents. So we appreciate you watching the game. A couple thank yous that I want to give out too today as well. So look out for that as well. Sent back wide of the net by the Broncos as Geetson picks it up. And now this is Gabardi. Up to Dixon. Off his shoulder. Geetson picks it up, and the Broncos will keep it in. Shot down low by Cooper Crandall. Nice opportunity for the Broncos there. Probably their one of their best scoring chances here today. All right, face off, and Christian Dixon comes away with it. Dixon here trying to get around the D. Dixon moving in front of the net, trying to get a shot off, and planted out front was Tyler Rotzi, and the Broncos did a good job clearing that out of the zone. as Edmonds sends it up to Rotzi, and the Broncos will pick it up with Brody Carlson. Dumped back in by Dixon. Now this is Carlson, cross ice. And backhanded out. Or to Caden Rossi. He gets it out to neutral ice where the Blue Jackets pick it up. Intercepted at center. Knocked back in by Easton Harla. And sent in now by Caden Rossi. Blue Jackets moving it out, cross ice, over to Tyler Rotzi. Shot in. Tyler Rotzi, another chance in front. Broncos get it out in front of the net. Another big save by Keaton Maish there. Sent in by the Blue Jackets, Dixon. And now the Broncos will try to get it out, but held in by Edmonds. Edmonds is moving in. Edmonds goes to the backhand. He misses the net. Wide of the net here. 4:13 to go here in our second period of play on the icing. I want to say thank you very much to Nick Olson at the Kerry Park Arena. He's a Kerry Park Arena manager. He was a lot of help with me for getting this game set up as far as doing the live stream today. Obviously, Mitchell, thank you very much for joining us here today to help us out, run camera, and do color commentary. And then, thank you to the International Falls Bantam A program as well, the manager, for helping me getting things set up as well. So we appreciate all of the help that we've received and the hospitality that we've gotten here in International Falls. Dump back in by Ryland Berkstead of the Broncos as cross ice over and dumped in by the Blue Jackets. That's number 20, Jason Rock. Jacob Olsen behind the net. Olsen gets it up to Shikowski. Shikowski goes across ice and goes over to Logan Pierre. Pierre bringing it back in for the Broncos here with 3:15 to go here in our second period. Geetson and picked up by Pierre. Pierre backhands it in the corner. Rushing in there to get his Cooper Crandall. And now Tate Murden trying to move it out here for the Blue Jackets and moved up by Reese Fisher. Fisher gets around the D. Fisher moving in. His out front shot goal! And that is number 4 on the goal. Jace Capsula has put the Blue Jackets up 3-0. That was a nice setup play there, Mitchell.
Yeah, it was. They moved the puck really well.
So Jace Campsell is going to get that goal for the Blue Jackets. And then the assist to number 23, Reese Fisher. On that goal, we got 2:46 to go here in our second period of play. Blue Jackets now lead 3-0. North Korea. All right. Set wide of the net by Jim Gabardi. I'll explain why I'm laughing here in a minute. Somebody sent in a message that they're watching from overseas, and I'm not buying it. You know how you got some high school players or high school kids that will send in goofy messages like, I think Sam Sturl last year sent in, he was watching from Moscow, Russia, or something like that. And we get another one sending in a message about that. So obviously, Logan, thanks for watching today, but we know you're in the United States. So sent across the ice, it's sent wide, and sent in front, blocked down. Yeah, Dawson Peterson had a chance there. And held in by Edmonds over on the other side. Edmonds' shot goes blocked into the corner. And it is back on, blocked by the Broncos and held back in by Peterson. Shot right on net. Got some bigger kids back on the point for this Blue Jackets team that have some power in their shots.
Yes, they do. Got to say, though, Keaton Maish, he's staying strong, playing well against these guys. He's putting together a good game.
And now it is back in the corner. Reese Fisher held in by the Blue Jackets, Kyan Sparks. Broncos will get it out to center. Little player lost his footing there as the Blue Jackets will send it back in with Reese Fisher. And we got a minute 24 to go here in our second period of play. Blue Jackets lead this one 3-0. Again, thanks everybody for joining our broadcast here this morning. We appreciate you taking time out of your morning to check out our broadcast. Hopefully you're enjoying some coffee or your favorite morning beverage for this broadcast this morning. It wasn't too bad for everybody. 9:45, better than like an 8:45 game. I'm impressed, Mitchell, that you were up early on a Sunday morning.
Well, usually I'll be up for church anyways, so
yeah.
So it's not too hard to be up.
Well, good. You're dedicated, and that's good. So, of course, Mitchell's the senior goaltender of the International Falls Broncos. Hoping that the Broncos are hoping to get back to the state tournament again for another trip down to St. Paul, as their playoffs are just around the corner here.
We're due for another state tournament.
Right, it's been a long time. 2002, the last time the Broncos were in the state tournament. 2000. Yeah, 2002 is the last time they were down in St. Paul. So it's been a long drought, and they're looking to get back in there. C.J. Hasbargen moves it across ice over to Cooper Crandall, and now this shot gets blocked into the corner by Easton Harla behind the net. As this is Christian Edmonds picking up for the Blue Jackets. Edmonds and taken away now by the Broncos, Noah Schikowski. Nice play by Noah there. And this is Logan Geetson. Geetson trying to block the shot down as the Broncos sent it back in, and the puck gets sent back out into the the Broncos end by C.J. Hasbargen will pick this up. Hasbargen passes it over to Olsen, and Schikowski trying to move it in here for the Broncos, held in by Parker Olsen. Now it's going to come back out and back to retreat, back in his own end. The ice is Harla. And that's going to do it for our second period of play. Again, two goals in that second period of play. First goal coming at 3 minutes and 54 seconds in. That was Logan Geetson getting the goal, his second of the game, an unassisted goal. And then the Blue Jackets make it 3-0 from number 4, Jace Campsala. And then the assist going to number 23, Reese Fisher. So we are going to resurface the ice. I didn't think we were going to have a resurface in this game. I thought they said they were going to play all three, but they're going to have a resurface of the ice, so we're going to get a chance to take a little bit of a breather here, Mitchell.
Sounds good.
So Eric John says, great camera work, Mitchell. Doing a great job with the camera.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate the shout out, Eric. And of course, Eric is one of our part of our broadcast crew here at Up North Hockey with Blake Mortensen and myself. And then Ione Boyd sends in a message, go Keaton. And Walsey number 2 says Brady and Critter checking in on the game from Blaine, Minnesota. Go number 13, Shikowski. So we appreciate all of the messages that people have sent in. Keep those coming in. We'll try to give you shout outs as the game progresses today. So after 2 periods of play, it is Hibbing Chisholm 3 and International Falls 0 in our Bantam A Hockey game from the historic historic Procro Arena. And we'll step aside, take a break during our second period intermission, and we'll be back for third period action coming up next here on Up North Hockey.
The Rick Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rick Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rick also offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rick Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Evelyn. Check them out today. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall in Virginia, Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin and home decor along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at ironrange.shop, and good luck to all the players. Minnesota Twist Drill is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey and wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. For all your heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration needs in the Grand Rapids area, call Tony from Anthony's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration at 218-256-1092 or find them on Facebook at Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, LLC. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cottonwood screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbenvironmental.com. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake. Located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnebagosh, Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake.
And welcome back to the historic Bronco Arena, where we have Bantam A Hockey this morning for you. Hibbing Chisholm, 3-0 over International Falls, starting the third period here. Mitchell, off the air, we were talking about high school hockey and about players staying at their home program, staying at their high schools and finishing out their high school career. What does it mean to you to stay here? You had offers to go elsewhere for juniors this year, and you decided to stay home and finish out your high school career here at International Falls.
And like I was saying, I mean, this is where I grew up. I want to stay here, and it's the kids you started the program with. I want to graduate with these guys and all my friends and my peers. This place just has a sense of home, and like I say, if you're good enough, they'll find you down the road. So just got to trust the process and enjoy the time with the people that you've grown up with.
Of course, this arena with so much history here too as well.
For sure. Yep. There's something about Bronco hockey. It's like no other. This will be a good period.
Yeah, it should be a good period here. Broncos certainly want to get something going here. Want to score early in this period, I think.
Yeah, it'd be very helpful for their team if they could get one or two, even two on the board right away and put a little pressure on these guys.
So we did have a penalty call there was a penalty called back in that second period. There's still 37 seconds left on the power play for the Broncos. I guess I missed that one. Has Gabarty trying to move it out here for the Blue Jackets, and Noah Shikowski back in the corner playing at it here. Shikowski. Send it back to the point, back to Hasbargen. Hasbargen's shot just goes wide of the net. Over on the other side, Rotzi trying to move it out for the Blue Jackets. And now it is picked up and fired in. Shot right on by Noah Shikowski. Loose puck in front. Shot goal for the Broncos. They're with it too. And Mitchell, you were talking about that. They needed one, and they got one here early in this third period.
Yep, that's something they needed. It'll be good for them going into this third period. Give them a little fire under their step.
Just as that penalty expired for the Blue Jackets, Cooper Crandall put the Broncos down by 2 goals here, 3-1. Third period, 14:07 to go here. And on the assist for the goal, number 14, Parker Olson. And the second assist on the Crandall goal going to number 20, Easton Harla for the Broncos. Back behind the net, Broncos come out with it, and moving through is Jacob Olson. Dumps it back into the Blue Jackets' end, and moving it out was Kabina McHugh, and sent back into the Blue Jackets' end. And moved ahead by Jace Kamsala. Now CJ Hasbargen's going to pick it up for the Broncos. Hasbargen cross ice trying to go over to Jackson Reiners. And it comes out to center. Moving back in is Shikowski. Shikowski along the boards trying to make a play. Shikowski comes out front. Cooper Crandall's in front again. Broncos putting on some pressure now here. They got a little momentum, a little extra step in their skates here after that goal. This is Crandall. Crandall shot goal! Broncos making this a 3-2 game now. Wow, this is quite a comeback for the Broncos here.
Just like we were talking about, they put 2 up right away. They're going to be ready to go now.
Another good comment sent in by Josh Erdl. Well, Josh, we're in Bronco Arena. There's a lot of history in this arena, and we got to talk about it when we come here, certainly. So 3-2 now here, 12:39 to go here.
Good save there by Keaton off the shoulder.
And goal by Cooper Crandall, his second of the game. And a single assist to number 8, Jackson Reiners. So this is a hockey game here now, 12:16 to go here. As sent in by the Blue Jackets, shot on. And chance sent in by Kabina McHugh back on the point.
Good save by Keaton there. Little redirection there off the tip. I noticed as a goalie watching these games that he definitely can take these high pressure situations and make the most of them. He's playing really well. So kudos to him.
Yeah, he's made some, Keaton Maish has made some big saves here for the Broncos today. Lots of high-powered shots coming in on them. And now this is at center, brought back in by the Broncos, Parker Olson. And now tip back in. It comes out to center ice, and moving out is Tate Murden. Murden trying to get around Hasbargen. Murden around the back of the net. And now Hasbargen picks this up. Now it's intercepted, taken away by Reese Fisher. Fisher back in the corner, and now it is the Broncos trying to knock it out here. Fisher, there's a shot, goal! Upper shelf goal by number 4, Jace Capsula, his second of the game.
Good movement by him going out in front of the net. Nice patience.
We'll have to see who got the assist on the Capsula goal, but it is his second of the game. And now it puts the Blue Jackets ahead by 2 goals here again. So the Broncos will have to see how they respond. Crandall moving back in. Crandall back in, shot on. Backhand towards the front of the net.
Both teams are hungry.
Yeah, they're both playing hard here in this third period. They play Crandall, but from behind the net, takes a shot right on Erdahl with the save. Backhand in front by Shikowski. Shikowski shot, goal! Broncos are back within 1. Wow, what a wild third period we have.
Just in the first 4 minutes and 52 seconds, too. This is a hockey game.
So Noah Shikowski with a goal for the Broncos. And 4-3, Hibbing Chisholm over the Broncos. 11:05 to go here in our third period of play. And this is dumped back in by the Blue Jackets. Kabina McHugh.
Big bounce off the boards there.
So 10:47 to go here in our third period of play. Yeah, these boards are a little lively here now with these new boards in this rink.
Yeah, they are. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad.
As this is at center ice, moved back in by Dixon's going to get in back for the Blue Jackets here and taken away by the Broncos and moved up by number 22, Keegan Roski, and shot on by number 12, Jacob Olson.
Good glove save there by Hibbing's goaltender.
Yeah, Tim Erdahl in the nets for the Blue Jackets here. We're in number 30. Of course, we want to thank his dad, Joel Erdahl. He's the one that kind of instrumented this whole streaming broadcast here today. So thanks, big shout out to Joel Erdahl for helping make this possible today as well. And we get a whistle stoppage of play here as a penalty being called against the Broncos. So the Blue Jackets will go on the power play for the next 2 minutes here. So not something that the Broncos wanted to see here, trailing by 1 and now having to go shorthanded here. Edmonds, his shot gets blocked down. Dixon picks that up. And back over on the other side, picked up by Edmonds. Edmonds works it back in for the Blue Jackets. And fired out by C.J. Hasbargen. And this is an icing. As in youth hockey, it is icing. There is, if you do ice the puck, there is a face-off difference from high school and youth hockey.
I actually did not know that. Is this a new rule?
Yeah, it was new as of last year.
Okay.
I believe last year is when they implemented that, if I'm correct, for youth hockey. That you cannot ice the puck on a power or on a penalty kill.
Definitely makes the penalty kill a lot harder to burn off.
Right, exactly. This is Dixon back in the corner. Dixon going back to Edmonds. Edmonds trying to go back in front of the net to Gabarty. Now this is Dixon along the boards here. Dixon goes back to Gabarty, back on the point to number 9. That's Kabina McHugh. Over to Edmonds, back into Gabarty. Back over to Kabina. Back over to Edmonds. Edmonds works it in for Dixon. Dixon crossing in front. Just put it backhand over the top of the net there. Dixon has it in the corner. Dixon sends it back to McHugh on the point. And shot goes in wide. Picks up by Geetson. Gets it back to Edmonds. Over to Cabino. Over to Edmonds. Crossing over to Dixon. Dixon loses footing and picked up. The Broncos pick it up with Cooper Crandall. Crandall with two goals in this game for the Broncos here. Dixon shot over the top of it. Geetson shot goal. And that's a hat trick for Logan Geetson on this power play goal.
It bounced off the glass there. Right back out in front of the net.
I think it did too.
Yeah.
And came off the glass. And Geetson put that home to widen this lead for the Blue Jackets to a 2-goal lead. And a hat trick for Logan Geetson.
Hibbing's been moving the puck really well all game.
So we have 8:34 to go here in our third period of play. Blue Jackets lead now 5-3. Christian Dixon and Christian Edmonds on the assist. Oh, a shot! Oh, right on the goal line. A shot put on by number 12, Tate Murden. And goaltender Keaton Maish getting to that one to make that save. That's got to be a challenge for a goaltender when it comes in like that and it's right on the goal line like that.
Definitely, especially when you're not quite sure where it is and you're scrambling to try to find that puck. Definitely helpful to have some teammates who are back behind you swatting the puck away too. It's always a help.
Of course, we want to thank everybody for joining our broadcast here this morning from the historic Bronco Arena. We appreciate you taking time out of your morning to join us for Youth Hockey Sunday, as we've got 2 more games coming up here. Blake and Eric Johns will be over at the IRA Civic Center that continues throughout the day here. We got 2 more games coming up here, and we'll talk about our schedule rest of the week on a break too as well. Edmonds sending it back along the half wall, and now Edmonds is going to go cross ice over to McHugh. Cabina, shot on, blocked out by Keaton Maish. Good save by Maish there as he kind of screened on the play. This is Edmonds behind the net. Edmonds is going to go back to Cabina. McHugh, and his shot just goes wide of the net. Over on the other side, it is Tate Murden holding it back in for the Blue Jackets. Edmonds over to McHugh. Cabina.
Good blocker save there by Maish. Finding the puck through traffic.
And fired out with 7:22. Yeah, those are his tough situations when you get kind of in a screen situation where you can't see the puck coming through.
Definitely. Trying to move around, find that puck through all your players.
And the game is moving so fast in front of you too, right?
For sure.
And I can only imagine what it looks like to be a goaltender behind the net. It'd be fun to have a camera mounted on your shoulder on your goaltender helmet or something like that. Yeah. Shot gets sent in wide of the net by Christian Dixon. Now Gateson holds it in. And now the Broncos will try to move it out. Gateson back at the point. Shot on. And Maish, another save there. 6:55 to go here in our third period of play. Blue Jackets 5, Broncos 3. Again, we want to invite you to check out our brand new website, upnorthhockey.com. On our website, you will find previously streamed games, our planned streaming schedule, our weekly rankings, and social media links. We want to thank Jamison Geisler and 90 Degree Media for building our website. Check them out today at 90degreemedia.com. They did an excellent job with that website, and we're very excited to have it. So please check out upnorthhockey.com. So tomorrow we're going to be at the Hibbing Fairgrounds. Tomorrow, checking out the Hibbing Pee Wee A hockey team. They're hosting Virginia. That is coming up tomorrow night. And then that's a 5:30 start, so we're excited for that one. And then we also have, on Tuesday night, we have the rematch between Hibbing Chisholm and Eveleth Gilbert area girls hockey over at the historic Hippodrome coming up on Tuesday night. Murden sent back in the corner as held in by the Blue Jackets now. Kyan Sparks. Sparks sends it towards the front of the net, and Hasbargen knocks it out. Gets it over to Shakowski. Over on the other side, moving out, Jackson Reiners of the Blue Jackets. Hasbargen dumps it back into the Blue Jackets' end, where it's picked up by Kyan Sparks. Now behind the net, the Broncos control with Logan Pierre. Pierre going backhand to Jacob Olsen. Olsen trying to go out front.
Good
Gets blocked down. Brody Carlson sends a shot wide of the net there. Broncos putting on some late pressure here. 5:22 to go here in third period. Erdahl has made some big saves here for the Blue Jackets as well. Shot sent in wide by Brody Carlson. And now comes back out to center ice. And that's going to dump the length of the ice for an icing. Shout out I want to give to Adam Franzen checking in here. Adam Franzen was probably our number one fan as far as watching our streams. He says good morning to us. We appreciate that. Dixon coming back in. Dixon alone with 2 on old break with Tyler Rotzi. And Rotzi's shot just gets blocked or backhanded behind the net. Shot back on a point. Tip in. Shot goal. I think this is going to be Cabina McHugh. Might get credited with this goal here. I'm not sure if it was tipped out front, Mitchell.
I think it was. It looked like it was directed off of him.
So that makes it 6-3 here for the Blue Jackets over the Broncos. 4:37 to go here in our third period of play. I think this goal is going to go to Christian Dixon. Nope. And Dixon right in, and good job by Keaton Maish coming out of his goal crease to make that save. So it was Bladen Kabina McHugh with the goal. First assist to Jack Gabarty, second assist to number 2, Christian Dixon. Kathy Peterson watching from Woodbury, Minnesota, and Humboldt, Iowa. Awesome announcing and camera work. Thank you very much for that shout out, Kathy. We appreciate that. As this is coming out, Logan Pierre bringing back in for the Broncos along with Jacob Olsen, and we get a whistle stoppage of play. Blue Jackets are going to get an interference penalty coming up. So when the goaltender, when you got a puck, let's land, high around the circle area, and you see players, rushing in, sometimes the goaltenders will come out of their crease and glove that puck.
For sure. Another option is to fire it high and hard off the glass too, get it out of the zone. Whatever feels right in the moment.
As Dixon breaks in, Dixon all alone. Dixon goes to the upper shelf, tries to go to the upper shelf, and it goes off the goaltender's stick behind the net. Great opportunity. Dixon back the other way. Dixon again. Dixon shot on, and a save by Keaton Maish.
Yeah, great job by him.
Blue Jackets have gotten some separation this period and have gotten some odd man rushes. And Keaton Maish is still making those big saves.
Yeah, he's handling the pressure well, staying calm.
This is Edmonds over on the other side. Geetson, his shot gets blocked down. And now Geetson back in his own end of the ice. Geetson will send it up to Gabarty. Some of these players will be high school players next year for the Broncos and Blue Jackets. This is Gabarty moving it back in. Gabarty shot on, and a save by Keaton Maish.
To make a donation to Up North Hockey, go to Venmo and search Up North-Hockey. That's Up North-Hockey. We appreciate any donations to support our live streaming service. Thank you.
CJ Hasbergen bringing it back in for the Broncos. Moving around behind the net, and now it's picked up by Murden. Murden brings it out back and up back into the Broncos end. Chasing back in there, it is Easton Harla. Harla sends it around the board to Cooper Crandall. Crandall will move it ahead to Shikowski. And now it is picked up by the Blue Jackets. That is Tyler Rotzi. Rotzi back in his own ice. Rotzi crosses, trying to get it up to Murden. And now it's going to be picked up with Hasbargen with 2:38 to go here in our third period of play. Blue Jackets 6, Broncos 3. Moving in is Edmonds. Edmonds shot all alone in front. And another big save by Keaton Maish there as Edmonds got in on him. Gabarty sends it behind the net here. And now it is moved back to point. Edmonds can't hold this in. Geetson back in the zone of the ice over to Edmonds. Edmonds trying to get up to Gabarty. And now to get it for the Broncos is Brody Carlson. And now it's moved in by Edmonds. Edmonds trying to make a move here. Edmonds moving in. His shot goes wide over the top of the net here. Geetson holding it in for the Blue Jackets. This is Brody Carlson. And now held in with Geetson back on the point. Rebound in front for Gabarty. Gabarty trying to go the back end. Just slides it wide of the net. Gabarty goes back to the point. And shot over the top of the net by Dawson Peterson. Geetson. And Peterson's going to pick this up here. Peterson back in his own end of the ice with 1:24 to go here in our third period of play. Broncos will send it back in the Blue Jackets' end. This is Geetson moving it ahead and moving up to Jace Capsula. His shot goes over the top of the net. Gabarty back behind the net. The Broncos will try to move it out with McFarland. McFarland gets it out to center. And back in to get it is Dawson Peterson back in his own end of the ice. We've got 1 minute to go here in our third period of play. Blue Jackets 6, Broncos 3. And this is Capsula. Capsula with it. Capsula goes cross ice over to Reese Fisher. Fisher dumps it back in for the Blue Jackets. And now this is Kyan Sparks. Sparks along with Tyler Rotzi hold this in for the Blue Jackets. 33 seconds to go here in our third period of play. Now this is Kyan Sparks. And now the Broncos pick it up with Rosti. And over on the side, Peterson. Peterson goes cross ice over to Rotzi. Rotzi moving it back in for the Blue Jackets with 15 seconds to go. And now this is Dixon. Dixon with it. Dixon trying to go to the backhand. Another save by Keaton Maish there on Christian Dixon. Broncos moving at center, and that's going to do it. Blue Jackets are going to get the 6-3 victory. Again, wild third period of play. Blue Jackets get a goal in that third period. First goal.
Yeah, what an eventful third period that was.
Or first goal for the Broncos there. They get that goal back in that that third period early. Noah Shkowski with a goal that put the Broncos within one goal there, and that end up being Blue Jackets added 2 more. A goal from number 16, Logan Geetson. That was his hat trick. And then first assist to Christian Dixon. Second assist to number 10, Christian Edmonds. And then the Blue Jackets cap off the scoring with Bladen Cabina McHugh. First assist to Jack Gabarty. Second assist going to number 2, Christian Dixon. So that was the... and I'm sorry, that third period was started out by the Broncos with a goal by Cooper Crandall, getting a goal for the Broncos. So it was Cooper Crandall, and then Noah Shkowski got back-to-back goals that put the Broncos within one, but then the Blue Jackets get the goals back and widen the margin again. But it was a wild start to that third period.
Yeah, it was. The Broncos were getting some fire under their feet. They got rolling, put 3 goals up, and then the Blue Jackets answered back, and they came back to get a few more goals, like you said. But definitely an eventful and fun period to watch.
So again, we want to thank everybody here in International Falls, certainly for their hospitality, for hosting us at Up North Hockey. We appreciate that. It is always fun to come to this historic arena to watch a hockey game, no matter what level of hockey it is, right?
For sure. For sure.
Well, that's going to do it for us for our morning broadcast from International Falls. Don't forget to join Blake and Eric this afternoon as they'll have 2 youth games from the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. That's coming up this afternoon. A couple games this morning. So Blake will have those. Blake and Eric will have those. So please stay tuned to our YouTube channel for those games. Again, thank you everybody for joining our broadcast this morning from International Falls. Final score today, Hibbing Chisholm 6, International Falls 3. For Mitchell Nemec, I'm Randy Catron saying have a great day of hockey here, and be safe, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.